Back to the charts with Big Boss Crypto, bringing you another day trading analysis on Bitcoin and on Chainlink. We saw during the Fed meeting that the price wicked to the upside and to the downside. We also saw a big volume candle in this area that did get recovered during this morning actually. And well, that's fine for us, but what does it mean for us on the long term? And also, do we see a structure in this area or are we still trading sideways? How can we make sense of this? Well, let's find out. Okay, so let's start off by looking at what Bitcoin has been doing since the Fed meeting. We did have a sharp move down to almost 20k, reversed and created somewhat of a W formation in this area. So on the small time frame, we could experience a pump because we do have a retrace down and then one leg up and then possibly targeting 21k before reversing again on the small time frames. So keep an eye out on that. We could see some kind of a pump today, but we do also have news announcements today. The Fed will announce the non-farm employment change, which is the most important news today, and that will dictate how inflation is going basically, and if the Fed needs to be more aggressive and increase the rates even higher than 75 basis points in December, because people are getting more employed and this number comes out greater than 197k. We could experience a small dump today. My guess is that we're actually preparing for a dump by pumping to the upside because we do have a volume candle area in this zone down to 20.3k, which might be recovered during today, but I expect somewhat of a pump to the upside before creating the double top and then reversing back down, because something is fishy according to my opinion, because the VIX is very low. If we're gonna take a look at the VIX, which is the volatility index of the stock market, it's at 25 and it's been dumping straight since basically the Fed meeting. And that's fishy because when it's high, it indicates lower prices and some volatility. So they might be suppressing this and waiting for the news announcement today. But we're gonna keep a close eye on what the Fed will say and how Bitcoin will react to it. If we're gonna take a look at the liquidation map, which hasn't moved a lot, no new shorts coming in since the Fed meeting actually, or not. Yeah, we have an increase up to 21k, but it's not significant. The longs still haven't closed their positions. We do still have a ton of liquidity at 19.5k area. So we could expect that the market maker will move price to this area at some point, because we do have a lot of vector and volume candles in this area which hasn't been recovered since last week. So keep an eye out on that. Watch out for the news, and after that you can place your trades. But we've been moving sideways since this quick pump to the upside, and something is fishy. We are preparing for some kind of move up or down. We will just see what the market maker does. But if we break 20.5k, I expect us going down to 19.2. So keep a close eye on that. It is scalper's paradise. Small structures forming, so that's what you want to trade when market is moving sideways. Now let's go over to Chainlink. We do have some volume candles to the downside as well, which hasn't been recovered. So keep an eye out on that. That's your first target if you want to go short. We do have a VIC here after a quick pump to the upside, which indicates some kind of reversal is being prepared by the market maker, and your first target might be 7.8. But we did have some kind of recovery since my last video, but still not the whole candle area. So we do have still somewhat of an area at 7.3 down to 7.1, and if we break that we can go all the way to 6.877. That's it. We do not have a clear structure here basically. Someone could argue that this is somewhat of an M formation, I'm not gonna trade this until I see that we have formed our information and that we can continue even lower to 6.8, because I'm waiting for the news and what the Fed might say regards of the employment rate. So keep a close eye on that. Bitcoin decides what happens next, but Chainlink is strong. Chainlink hasn't moved below the 6.4 area in a while, so Chainlink is strong, long term, even bullish. So keep a close eye. So let's summarize this market update for you guys. We had our interest rate hike. It came out as expected at 75 basis points. We do still have news coming out today, which is the unemployment change, and it will dictate how the inflation is going, because if more people are employed, that means more money is in circulation, and that will increase the inflation even higher. So that means that the Fed will be aggressive, and if they are aggressive, that's not good for assets, just like stocks and Bitcoin. So today is kind of a big day, and it's also a news-driven market right now. Everything Fed does or say impacts the markets, which is kind of interesting to follow. So wait for the news and see if Bitcoin spikes up or down, and wait for a clear structure. That's my advice, but none of this is financial advice, as you know. All of this is for educational and entertaining purposes only. And the point number 2, we do still have lots of liquidations at 19.5k for the market maker to grab. We still haven't grabbed it for a while, and it looks fishy to me. We have been trading sideways for a while now without a clear structure. That means they are preparing for something, either to the upside or to the downside. But wait for breaking of 20k, because we have been toying with 20k area for a while, and see if we break that zone before going short, or if we break the 21.5k area. That's maybe an idea for you to see if the market will continue to the upside. Also, point number 3, we do not have a clear structure right now. We have been going sideways for a while, and as I said, it's fishy to me. We could be preparing for something big happening very soon. The macroeconomic environment isn't bullish at all. It's very bearish. So this might be the last dance higher than 20k, 20.5k, sorry, before going to the downside. But that's just opinions, and we are waiting for a clear structure and some volatile recoveries before making sense of this. That's it for today. I hope you liked this video. Please subscribe and follow us on Twitter. Big Boss out.